and this is going to be a solar eclipse reading. I need to turn the sun down first. Stand by for a second. That was awfully bright. What is up? Let me just tell you something. That was cool. Okay, so I'm in upstate New York. I'm in the very, very close to almost full totality. And it happened at 3:22, and I was sitting outside, and we have full cloud coverage. I mean, it was like daytime, but it was dark outside. And I'm like, come on, kids. And they're like, what, where's the big deal? I'm like, this is it. This is all you get. And they're like, I don't understand. And then it got all like crazy dark. And I'm like, oh my God, it's ominous. Like, that was cool as fuck. But let me tell you something else. Right before it actually happened, maybe 20, 30 minutes before, that's why I changed the time. I was going to sit out there with you guys and record while it was happening. I got so tired. Like, I was sitting on the front porch, like, I'm not going to go live. I'm not going to do that. I'm exhausted for whatever reason. I have no energy. I don't want to. And now that it's gone, or now that I guess it passed, that I have a new energy spurt. That was crazy. Hi, Sassy. Yeah, Polly did. You're right down the street from me. Yeah, that was really cool. We were standing outside and it got really, really dark. Like there was cars driving by with their lights on. It was like, it felt like it was a solid 8 o'clock outside. And my little one was like, I don't understand. I'm like, don't you understand? It's dark out right now. He's like, yeah. I'm like, but it's the middle of the day. He was like, and then I mentioned that possibly we should sacrifice something while it was going on. Nobody was on board. And also I tried to see if my telekinesis was going to like get activated during the solar eclipse. Also no cigar. So both equally fascinating, ominous, and bullshit. All at once. I didn't get any fucking magical powers. I feel like I should have. At least one of us should have. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's get to the real talk. Eclipse season is a doozy. This particular eclipse season is a mega doozy. A big one. And the reason for that is because everything is in totality, which means all the planets are all the way aligned, all of the things. So let's think about the pattern of the things that have gone on so far. 2 Mondays ago, we had a full lunar eclipse, okay, while the moon was full and it was fully eclipsing, not partially. We had a couple of lull days, and then the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday after that, the entire collective imploded, and we all cried real tears for days and days and days. I mean, everyone that I talked to, they were like, I just can't make it dark. It would not surprise me if 1 million pregnancy tests were sold this weekend, only because people didn't understand why the fuck they were so emotional. I'm just saying, it was a doozy for everybody. Okay, then we had a lull, and now we're having a full solar eclipse. Okay, so it would not surprise me if for a couple days nothing happens, and then over the weekend, what do you predict will happen? Okay, so let's think about that. Lunar energy talks about, moon energy talks about emotions and feeling emotional about stuff, and then there was the crying and the tears. So solar energy is raw energy, which is action taking, straightforward, sometimes aggressive, hot, passionate energy. And I think what the eclipses are doing is, like with the lunar eclipse, at least for me personally and several people that I spoke to, the stuff they were crying over were the things that we couldn't change, things that we couldn't fix, things that you needed to let go of, things that were not fair, forgiving yourself, all ho'oponopono all day long. Deep, dark, spiritual, shadow, oh my God, what is going on, right? So with raw energy though, if we're talking about the eclipse bringing out things that you didn't want to think about, and the lunar does the emotions, then that would mean that the sun, I don't know, maybe things you're passionate about. Do we have trolls already? Well, I'm glad for the trolls. They're boosting us back in the algorithm. People can see us again. So I don't know. We'll see. Do you want to take a poll? You want to do a guessing poll? What we can predict is going to come in this weekend? Oh, I know. Let's play tarot. We can do that. Let's find out. All right. So what we want to know is do I have a tarot deck for the sun? I'm not prepared for this. I wasn't even going to. I told you I was tired. Like drained. Like on my front porch, just like I want to sit here and hold my knee. I almost want to walk over there and get them. I really need to put my cards back here. Let's just do what I have. Let's just get to it. Okay, so if the lunar eclipse energy brought us to our knees and made us do the shadow work on the things that we didn't want to face and have been, for me, it was like, I am a pretty strong person. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I don't really have time to sit around and fucking cry about things. And the part where there's no water in my chart, okay? I just pushed the feelings in. Okay, the lunar eclipse was like, you're not going to do that anymore. And there was the crying. Okay, so what is it that I feel like this is the wrong deck. It just is. Let's do this one. Also the wrong deck. Stand by. I'm going to waddle over there. Second, wait, ow. Hold on, talk amongst yourselves. Give me something sunny. If you're going to make me get up and walk all the way over here to get a different deck. What are we using? Oh, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, shit. That's a cool deck. And anything else? Okay. I seriously almost grabbed the twin flame deck, but not today, Satan, okay? I'm just saying. No more soulmate, twin flame, nothing else. Disclaimer, I no longer give a fuck if I know you from a past life. That no longer holds any weight on how special you are. I got a little excited, okay, I will admit, to meet a person that I know that I've met before at another time, several times. And that's when they go on the pedestal and you put on the rose-colored goggles and then all of the drama happens. Don't do that. All right. This is the Aquarian, Lumerian, whatever, Oracle. It's really cool. I kind of feel like I want to do both, like make an oracle and make a picture because they're two-sided. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. All right, if there's any kind of super magical mega powers that we're supposed to be. Oh. Endless opportunities. It's wonderful to have the freedom to choose. However, sometimes indecision can be almost suffocating. So get into your body and let your gut feeling guide the way. You have options and opportunities you may not even have realized. The universe wants you to give the universe wants to give you what you want. It's all there, so reach out and wholeheartedly choose it. That is exactly what manifestation is. If you kind of choose a little bit of everything, you only get a little bit of everything. You don't ever get a full plate. You have to choose specifically the plate in order to have a full one. Okay? And you have endless opportunities. You really can have anything you want. Like some people are like, well, I want to be president, but I don't think I ever can. Well, technically you can. There's only like 5 or 6 rules. And if you really want to do it, do it. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy, and people are going to say no, and there's going to be a lot of trials, and there's going to be a lot of issues and stuff, but if you don't stop, eventually you'll get there. So I was asking, what is this going to bring? And it's like the first thing, you might get forced to choose something. So you have like an animal whisperer. They might have green eyes. They could be a bird. I'm like a bird. They also might be like a sloth. Depends on what day it is, all right? This card says, furred and feathered friends. Animals are intuitive, sacred beings, and the wisdom keepers of many earth traditions. We may be inspired to align our actions with our compassion to minimize the harm we do on the planet and her inhabitants. This card signifies energetic bonds. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Just because you recognize somebody from a past life. That's the thing about tapping into energy. Maybe there's one person in this mix who recognizes an energetic bond, like I just said just a second ago, and there's another person who doesn't know what they want. They're having an issue manifesting because they aren't picking something and sticking to it. At least one person in this mix is like Dr. fucking Doolittle all day. Animal whisperer. You might know somebody with a death moth tattoo. Cool. And we're talking about healing the bottom 3 chakras. Those are the primal earthy chakras, okay? This talks about letting your guard down because you have the tools to ride the waves if you need to, and everything is okay. So maybe there's something about a particular relationship that needs to be grounded. These cards are cool. All right. What happens with these folks? Because we clearly haven't. All right. So I'm like, what is going to go on with the eclipse energy? Right. It just happened. That was really cool, but it's going to last probably another week. Right. And so I'm like, all right, well, what's going to come? Because the last one was a fucking doozy. I would like to be more prepared this time. And it looks like something is going to get grounded in a real way in regards to someone that you have a like telepathic relationship with, spiritual bond, whatever you want to call it. And that person is really, really, really indecisive. So, seriously. You have a spy. Pause for a second. Okay, so communication needs to happen because something here. Oops. Okay, awesome. We only have 10% battery left, so I need to hurry up. Something happened here that tampered with a situation and made somebody else feel indecisive, and there's a need to ground it, and very clearly there is a need to have a real conversation. Like, it needs to be had. And it's like you need to let it happen even if it scares you. What is the conversation supposed to be about? How to fix things, progress. Something that has been developing over time. How do we ground the situation out? I think that that's important. There is a situation that is currently chaos. Not chaos. It's just not grounded. meaning it could go any which way. And the other thing about the fiery chakras, raw energy, right, is that fire isn't typically still. It does all of this, and it needs to be grounded and you can control a fire. You can get it to be more grounded and relaxed. Somebody wants to talk about forward movement and progress. What happened? What was the tampering? Complicated marriage. Somebody may have like done a thing or do a thing that gives them all kinds of like, they get trophies and stuff and lots of yays and lots of doing their own thing, and it absolutely complicated a situation. And there was probably more than the couple in the couple. Yeah. Absolutely complicated the situation. And so there needs to be a talk that's had. Tell me about the talk. With Death, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay, so drama. All right. The person that you need to talk to knows that you know what they were doing. They don't know how you know, but they know that you know, and they know that you have specifics. And they want to know if we can find a happy medium somewhere in there. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Two Nine of Cups in the Healer card and the Hierophant. I think we can. I think there is a happy medium in there somewhere. I think that these are two people who have a very old school bond. And we need to just come to a happy medium. Okay, so I keep asking, all right, if lunar energy brought us the having to deal with emotions that we didn't want to deal with, it looks like the solar energy, we were talking about having a choice. You have the choice to correct wrongdoings. Tell me, okay. Or at least talk about it. Okay. What happens after you have the talk? Seven of Wands. Ooh. It feels like if you love a raven, let it fly. And it kind of feels like, look, I'm not going to force you to fucking do anything. But in order to balance my own chakra system and my own headspace and keep everything calm and in a level where I feel appreciated and respected, this is my boundary line. And if you don't want to respect those boundaries, then you don't have to be here. And it's like somebody is like, and so it's like, if you love a raven, let it fly. Like, I love you, but I love me too. So what are they going to choose? Because that's why I started this out. Somebody has to make a choice. They feel betrayed. They have an ace up their sleeve. You're gonna fucking hit the roof. Yeah, 2 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Empress. You are gonna hit the roof. This one has a whole ace up their sleeve. You're not breaking up with them. That is not happening. And then it moves. I feel like it moves really quickly. After that. So, what did I just say? I think what this is about is if you're in a relationship with somebody or a friendship or a business ship or whatever, the energy that this is going to bring, okay, so it's like the lunar energy made you face the fact that there were things about a relationship that you didn't like or that you weren't comfortable with or that you wanted to change or that you didn't want to deal with anymore. Raise the hands for how many people fucking blocked people and cut people off last week and was like, I'm giving you one last chance, say something or speak now or forever be forced to hold your peace, right? Cut people off left and right. So the lunar energy forced you to think about things that you were unhappy about in a situation, and the solar energy is going to make you handle it. That's exactly what sun and moon energy is. One is the feelings, one is the action. So it looks like it's time to resolve the issues and have a real conversation about it and come up with some compromise. That's lovely energy. Really wish it didn't take the moon and sun to make somebody fucking have a conversation, but whatever. It feels long overdue. Like, really long overdue. And you know, the third party this doesn't always have to be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that your partner or whatever had a hobby. And let's say they like to build race cars. Okay. And some kind of derby thing was coming up and they are spending all of their time, all of it. Even when they talk to you, that's what they talk about, right? And we have someone here who's like feeling left out or not included or just otherwise forgotten about in their own relationship or something like that, right? And so you had your feels about it and realized that that's what the problem was. And now you're like, look, take some action to let's ground the thing. Does it work out? It's a breakthrough moment, that's for sure. It's realistic is what it is. And someone's feeling guided to handle that. Wow, I don't know. That was a lot. I guess it's going to be different for everybody because some things are not repairable, right? But it does feel like at least there's action taking on how you felt about it. So that's important. Okay, that's probably going to be for the weekend. I'm not going to come back and do a daily. All right. I am tired, so I'm not going to do that. And then we will do a moons in the morning and a daily. I think I'm going to read for Cancer tomorrow. I kind of feel called to read for Cancer. I've sent emails out to everybody about private readings, and we are scheduling those. And that was a whole big mouthful. So take that for what it's worth. I hope it helps you. And I will see you guys later. Till next time. Bye-bye. Just kidding. Oh my God, turn off.